In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to create a membership website from scratch. So this is what we're going to be designing. I'll show you how to design this page. And as you can see, we have a nice, beautiful hero area here. And when I scroll down here, we also have the features. And then finally, we have the testimonials. I show you step by step how to create all this. We also have a page which has all your memberships, and that is your dashboard, because we want that when people log into our membership website, they know exactly where to go and access the content. I also show you how to link it up with Woocommerce, which is going to act as our payment gateway. So basically everything that you need to know in order for you to create a membership website is going to be in this tutorial. All the tools and everything that I use are all going to be listed in the video description below. And if you do purchase any of that with my affiliate link, just send me an email and you get your bonuses. All that information is in the video description below. All right, guys, let's dive in and let's build our membership website from scratch. All right, so first things first, before we build our membership website, we need to take a look at hosting and see which options are ideal for you. So here we have Flywheel. Now, I really like Flywheel because they take care of the security. It's fast and it is full of features. It also has a dashboard here, which will give you more information about your website. And if you want to develop even more websites on this platform, it makes it very, very easy. But the most powerful one is the backups. So if you're running a membership website, backups are very important. And as you can see here, backups are done pretty much every day. So if something was to happen, say yesterday, I can always roll back to a version that was working okay on my website, ensuring that all my data on my website is great. Okay, so Flywheel is fantastic. I highly recommend this. It also works really well with Divi. Now, the next hosting company that I recommend is SiteGround. So SiteGround is also very good. It's fast and it is also compatible with Divi. All right, so now that we have the hosting out of the way, let's dive in now and let's start building our website. So there are certain tools I'll be using. Links to all of that will be in the video description below. If you do purchase, say, the hosting using my affiliate link, I will give you access to my more advanced courses on funnelstoincome.com. Just drop me an email and I will give you access to the courses. All right, so over here now, I've already gone ahead and installed WordPress on my local computer. So the next thing you want to do, since we're building a membership website, is to choose the right membership plugin. And the one I recommend here is Wishlist Member. Now, I've already purchased Wishlist Member. So I've logged into my account here and you can see we have the download section. You can download Wishlist. And as you can see on the bottom here, it is showing because I went ahead and downloaded it. Okay, so the next step now is to add it onto our website. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click here on plugins, click on add new. Next, I'm going to hit upload plugin. I'm just going to drag it over here to install it. Click on install. Next, I'm going to click on activate plugin. All right, so Wishlist Member has been installed. And if I come over here and click on Wishlist Member, you notice that now it's asking us to set up our membership level. We might as well go ahead and start setting it up. So I'm going to start here with the gold level and I'm going to leave it as ongoing. Now you can also specify how long you want your membership to run. So if it's a fixed term, you can just come over here and let's say it's 30 days or 1 year, you can just specify here. But in this case, I am going to leave it as ongoing. Okay, so next I'm going to click on the next button to take me to the next level. So this is where you can say, do you want to require admin approval when you set up this membership? And to be honest, I would like everything to be automatic, so I don't have to do that. So I am just going to leave that as it is and move on to the next part. And then here, automatically protect new pages and posts. I'm going to leave that as it is as well. I'm going to hit next. So this is where you need to add your name and your email address. So any emails that are sent out, they are going to be sent out from this information that you add here. So I'm just going to add Mac and then I'll just leave this email as it is. Click on next. So this is the payments. So I'm just going to leave this as it is for now and then click on save. Click on exit wizard. Okay, so you can see here I've set up my gold membership. So what I'm going to do next here is to set up a membership level just in case you may have missed this wizard. So if you want to create a new membership level, all you have to do now is to come over here to setup, click on this plus button. So this time our membership level is going to be silver. Click on apply. Okay, so basically that's all I need to do here. I'm going to go back to level. So now we have gold, silver, and let's add one more and let's call this platinum. Click on apply, return to levels. Okay, so now that we have our membership levels, the next step now is to create the pricing for these membership levels. And what I'm going to use as my payment gateway is WooCommerce. It's very flexible and it's very, very easy to use. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so back over here now, we need to come to our plugins, click on add new, search for WooCommerce. And here it is. I'm going to click on install. I'm going to activate it. Okay, so as you can see, WooCommerce has been activated. So I'm going to skip this wizard. And then for Jetpack, I'm going to say no thanks. And then over here, sign up for tips and product updates. I'm going to dismiss that. Dismiss all messages. Yes, I'm sure. And then I'm going to hide this. Excellent. So now that I have WooCommerce installed, I need to go in now and add my membership levels. So I'm going to come over here to products, click on add new. So this here is the gold. And then over here, if you want to, you can add a bit of a description. And then next, we're going to add our price. So let's call this 99. And then we're going to publish. So you need to do the same for the other membership levels. So to do that, we're going to add a new product. Click on add new. This one here is silver. We're going to give it a price. So this one here is going to be 49. Paste my description. I'm going to publish it. Excellent. Let's add the last one, which is platinum. Add my description. I'm going to publish it. Okay, great. So we have our products. And we also have our membership levels. But at the moment, these two are not connected. So if someone purchases a membership level, they're not going to be automatically added to the actual membership level. So this is where now we need to activate the integration between WooCommerce and Wishlist member. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to come back over here now and we're going to go into Wishlist member, come over here to the dashboard, click on setup. And what we need to do here is to go to integrations. And what we need to integrate here is our payment provider. And in this case, it is WooCommerce. So if you really want it, you could just go directly here and link it with PayPal or Stripe. And there's also all these other options. But you know what? I prefer using WooCommerce. I'm going to go ahead and select WooCommerce. And over here, you need to click on this button here to activate it. So I'm going to click here. And now it's activated. The next step now is to link the product. So I'm going to click here on this plus button. So let's choose the product, because remember, we went ahead and created the product and the levels first. And this is why it is important that you do it in that order. Okay, so I'm going to choose my products. So let's start with gold and then choose our membership. And our membership here is going to be gold. So all I'm doing here is to map my membership levels with my WooCommerce products. Let's move on to the next one. And this one here is the silver. And let's map it to the silver membership level. Save that. Move on to the next one. So this one here is platinum. Set it to the platinum level. Save changes. Okay. So now that I've done this, this is very, very powerful, because what's going to happen now is if I come back over here to my products and click on all products, what you're going to notice is you're going to notice an integration which is automatically been applied. And this is why I like using Wishlist member, by the way. So let's say I come over here to platinum. So what happens now is when I scroll down, you're going to notice that we have an entry here called Wishlist member. And that is because I added the integration. And also I haven't added a price here, which is crazy. So that's our price. Okay. So over here on Wishlist member, you notice now that after purchasing this product, the customer will be added as a member to the membership levels below, which is platinum level, which is fantastic. So the good thing here is the automation. If everything is automated and it's working in that manner, it just makes your membership website work really, really well. Okay, so now that we have our membership products, we have our levels all set. The next step now is to design our site and make sure we allocate all the steps that we need in order for people to access our website easier. Okay, so let's start with the home page. So I'm going to come over here to pages, click click on all pages, and these are the pages that were added by WooCommerce. So don't worry about that. And also this wishlist member page here, make sure you don't delete that, okay? All right, so now that we've set up our integrations between WooCommerce and wishlist member, so the payment is all done. The next step now is to design our website. And to design our website, I'll be using a page builder called Divi. Divi makes it very, very easy for me to design my website and make it look really professional without really scratching my head. Now, if you go with Gutenberg, it's much more difficult to design your pages, and it doesn't have all the features which enable you to design a professional looking website. Okay, so over here now, I'm on elegantthemes.com. The pricing is as follows. It's $89 per year or $249 as a lifetime. I've already gone ahead and downloaded it and installed it on my website. So let's go ahead and start building our site. Okay, so as you can see, I have Divi here. So I'm going to start off by designing our homepage. So I'm going to come over here to pages, click on all pages, and I should have my homepage here. Now you may notice that we have all these other links. These were added when I installed WooCommerce. Okay, so now I'm going to edit with Divi. So for this page, I'm going to build from scratch. And I am going to start off by clicking here on this plus button, and we are going to add a full width section. And this section is going to be a full width header. Great. So now I can go in and customize this and make it look the way I want. So as you can see, it comes with this color and this background. So the first thing we need to do is to go in and customize all this. So I usually like starting with the background image. So I'm going to come over here to my background. I don't really like this color here. So I'm just going to add black as my color. And then over here, I am going to add my main hero image. So there's quite a few images that I have in here. So I'm just going to choose the image I'm going to go with. So I'm going to go with this one here. So it could be any type of membership website. Let's say this could be a martial arts type of website, or it could be a membership website about family or family advice. So let's go with this. I'm going to click upload an image. Okay, great. I have my image in here. The next step now is to make a few adjustments to this because I would like my text to really stand out. Okay, so to do that, I need to go to my image here, make sure I'm on the image tab, scroll all the way down and change my blend mode from normal to say multiply. So you're going to notice that it's going to go really dark. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter because what we can do now is to come back over here on the background tab, click anywhere in here, and let's add a bit of transparency. Now, as I'm dragging this, you're going to notice that my image here is going to show in the background like that. Okay, so I'll just bring it up to about 65 there. I think that works okay. Great. So the next step now is to come over here and work on my text. So I will start here with the heading. So I'm going to come over here to text and say, so maybe this website is about parenting. So become a better parent. Okay, is the title. On the button here for our call to action, I'm going to say view memberships. And then we're going to have some description text for our membership website. And now it's time to customize our text. So I'm going to come over here to design. And then here, I'm going to start with my main heading. Okay, so I'm going to change my color here so that it's easier to read. Perhaps make it all caps. And then next, I'm going to go on this paragraph text and make it slightly bigger. So I'll go with 18. The button here is okay. I'll leave the button as it is. Now, there are also other design elements. Like, for example, if we want to align this to the center, we can just do that by aligning everything center. And we can also make this full screen. So now we can see more of this image. Okay, so I really like how that is looking. But to be honest, you know what? This image here could be better. Perhaps maybe if I made the bottom here darker. So let's go back and fix that. So I'm going to come back to my background, and instead of using color here, I'm just going to delete that and then come over here to my gradient. Okay, so let's start adding our gradient colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by adding say transparency over here on the top. And then on the bottom here, I am going to add black. So you can see right away that things are now changing. And you can also play with the direction here. But you know what? I am going to leave everything at 180. Okay. And instead of having this as transparent, you know what? Let's have it with a bit of a gray. I think that looks better. And also here, you can adjust the position. So you have the start position here, and you also have the end position. So you can also play around with the start and end position. Okay, so I think I am going to leave this at 80 and also adjust my start position here to about, say, 20. Great. All right, so I'm happy now with the main heading here. I'm going to save that. And then I'm just going to delete this top section here. So now that becomes my main part of my website. Next, I am going to now add another section. So I'm going to click here on regular. So let's add a single row first. And in that row, we're going to add some text. There we go. And this is going to be our main heading. Okay, so let's add our heading here. So our main heading here is why you should become a member. Next, I'm going to come over here to design text. I am going to center this. There we go. Center that. Let's make it all caps. Great. And we may want to increase the size a little bit here like that. Okay. And let's add a bit of letter spacing as well. There we go. And finally, let's make this bold. Great. All right. So this is going to work as my title. I'm going to save that. And then next, we're also going to add another row, but this time it's going to be 3 columns. And I'm going to add a blurb on here. So these are basically the reasons why anyone should join or become a member. So let's go ahead and design it here. Okay. So we are going to say feature 1. So I'm going to spend quite a bit of time customizing this, making sure that this looks great. And then I'm going to duplicate it and to make the design process much easier. Okay, next I'm going to come over here to image and icon. We will need an icon for this. So feature 1, let's add this icon here, and then let's stylize this. But before we do that, we also need to add some description text in here. So I'm going to copy that, and then we're going to go back to our text on the top here. Paste it in here like that. Great. So the next step now is to perhaps give this a background color. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to come over here to my background, click on my global colors. So I want to go with, let's have a look. Okay, I'm going to go with this color here as my background color. Okay, and then I need now to go over to my design tab. So first things first, I am going to add some rounded corners here, set them to 3. Just to make it much easier here on the eye. Next, I'm going to come over here to this icon. And on this icon, I also need to change that color. So I'm going to select my color here. I'm going to go with this color. And I'm also going to center this and adjust the size. So icon size, let's make it smaller. I would say 38 is fine. Now it's time to work on the text. So I'm not sure if you can see this, but I'm clicking here on the brush tool. So this just takes me straight to where my text is. So this is going to be all caps. We're going to change this to bold. And we want this centered as well. And let's give this a color. So that's going to be our color for our text. Okay. Moving on, let's go to our paragraph text in here. Same thing. We need this centered. And we also need a color to our text here. There we go. So that's looking great. Now I need to give this some breathing space. So let's head over here now to spacing. And this is where we need to add our padding. So let's start with 20 and we need it all round. So you notice I'm applying this chain, and this just makes it easy to apply the size both to the left and the right. So here, top and bottom, I'm going to increase this a little bit, perhaps maybe to about, say, 40. Okay, right. So 40 is fine. I'm happy with that. So next, I am just going to save this, and I'm just going to duplicate this twice like that, and then just drag this into position. So you can see now this has saved me quite a bit of time. So all I have to do now is to go in and just change the color of this one here. So let's go back to our background, and I am going to go to my global colors here, change the color and the icon as well, by the way. So I'm going to click here on image and icon, and this time we are going to Let's go with this one here. And we also need to change this from feature 1 to feature 2. Let's save that. Okay, now let's head over here and add our final color. So I'm going to click here on this gear icon, scroll down to our background, global colors, and this time I'll go with the darker version. There we go. All right, now let's change the icon. So I'm going to come over here to image and icon and choose my icon. And this time I am going to go with, let's go with this one here. Okay, so I'm going to save that. So this one here now is feature number 3. Great. So this is our main area now, which talks about our features. So let us go in and just add a bit of padding here to the top. So I usually go with 100 just to give this a bit of breathing space. So you can see here how this is looking. Not too bad at all. Now let's move on and add one more section. And this section here is going to be a section for testimonials. So I'm going to click here on add new. It's going to be regular and single column. Okay, so I'm going to close this for now because what I'm going to do is to just save myself a lot of time. I'm going to duplicate this and drag it into position. So I'm going to come over here, drag it into place. And then I'm going to change this text to testimonials. So I'm going to click here on this gear icon and call this testimonials. Okay, so I'm going to save that. Now let's give this a background color. So I'm going to click on this gear icon, go to my background, and I'm going to go to my global colors. And let's see. Okay, let's see what color we can use for our testimonials. Right, you know what? I'm going to go with this color here. Great, I'm going to save this. Now I'm going to add a new row, and this time I'm going to go with 4. Right, so let's search for our testimonial module. Let's go ahead and select it. Okay, great. Now I am going to come over here. So this could be Mike. Now these quotes here, I don't really like them, so I'm going to get rid of them by coming over here to elements and remove that quote. Okay, now we might as well work on the background while we're here. So I'm going to go to global, and for my background, I am going to use something that is on my color palette here. Okay, so I'm going to choose that. Maybe that's a bit too much, you know, so let's add, okay, I think that's better. So now I'm going to come over here to design, and here I am going to go to my border and add 3. Okay. And this is time now to go in and customize my testimonial here. So let's add our content for our testimonial. So I'm going to go to text. We've already given this author as Mike. And as you can see right here. So I am going to also give the job title. So I'm just going to call this parent. Okay. Now I'm going to add my testimonial description. Okay. So I'm going to paste it in here like that, which is great. So I have all the elements that I need. Finally, I need an image here. So I'm going to come over here to image, click here on this area here, choose my image and click on upload image. Now, as you can see, this is not a mic. So let's go ahead and change that. So, okay, this could be Mary. There we go. Let's save this. So now we have our testimonial here. So let's duplicate this a few times. Drag it into position, duplicate it one more time. Oops. Okay, so moving on, we also need to give this 100, like what we need, what we did at the top there, top and bottom as well. And this word here, testimonials, needs to change because it's on a darker background. So I'm going to come over here to design. Click here on this paintbrush tool, change my color here on my global. Yeah, I think that looks better. Excellent. So now I can save. I've got my testimonials here. And what you need to do now with all these testimonials is to just click here on this gear icon and change the text, change the job title, change the author. And then over here on the image, you can just click here and change the image. Okay, that's how easy it is to do that. Right, so I think my homepage looks great now. I have my main hero area here. I have my reasons why people should sign up for my membership. And I also have my testimonials here. Excellent. So I'm going to save this page. Now we need the actual page which has the memberships, because we need to link our memberships to our products. So when people come on our website, they'll be able to buy. So let's create our membership page and add all our content. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to hit save and exit out of here. So back over here on our dashboard, I'm going to come over here to pages and click on add new. So let's call this memberships. Use Divi Builder. Okay, so we're going to build this from scratch like we did before. So first things first, I'm going to add a single column here, and we are going to add a text module. We're going to call this memberships. And we're going to make this heading 1. Come over here to design, heading text, make sure this is centered. And what I may want to do here is to add some a color to this as well. And I'm going to add some letter spacing. So I'm going to go with 4 on this, and then we're going to save. Click on this plus button, add another row. But this time we're going to add a pricing table. I'm going to select it. Right, so ideally I want to have 3 in here. But what I'm going to do here is to first start designing one of them. And then I'm going to, like I did before, duplicate this so I can save a lot of time. Okay, so first things first, let me start by working here on the titles. So this could be gold. And then here on the text, okay, so that's our gold membership. Now remember, we set up our memberships already. So I'm going to come over here to our products so we can see what the prices are. So the gold here is 99. So I just want to make sure I add the correct price. So this one here is going to be 99 and $99. I'm also going to change the color here. So pricing background color, that should be fine. And let's add our color. Okay, so that's going to be our color here. And for our font, I'm going to choose Poppins. We're going to make it bold. In fact, you know what? That's a bit too much. Let's go medium. Okay, that's much better. All right, so that's looking great. Now we also have these borders here. And I'm sure I can customize that when I come over here to my border style. So for my border color, okay, I'm going to go with this as my border color. And pretty much I'm happy with what it looks like so far. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now and click on this back arrow. And what we also need to do is to adjust these features. So to play around with these features is quite easy. You just click here on the actual item, and then if you add a minus over here, this will just make it lighter, which means that feature is not provided. So you can see here as I'm adding this, this is just making this like that. So over here, you can also give this a specific title and just show people what they get. So if they're getting videos, you can just mention here that they'll be getting videos, or in fact articles, for example. And then let's say over here you have videos or downloads. Okay, so now I can save this, and I'm going to now duplicate this a few times. So since we have 3 membership levels, we can do that. And then all we have to do now is to go in and rename this. And so let's come over here to the middle one. So this one here can be silver. Okay, now let's check the price. Silver is $49. Now we also need to add a button here. And for the button, we're just going to call this Become a Member. And then we can also link it here to the payment page, which we're going to add as a blank link for now. And now you can see here we have a beautiful button. So what we may also want to do here is to go in and customize this button by coming over here to Design, Button, and use Custom Styles for Button. So first things first, I can see here this button looks quite big. So we may want to reduce the size a little bit of the text. So I'm going to come over here and just adjust my text. So I'm going to go with 18. So let's go ahead and save this. Okay, so now that I've added all my membership levels, we have our silver, gold, and platinum. What we may want to do here is to highlight the most popular ones. So I'm going to click here on gold, because this is the one that we need to set as the most popular one. So I'm going to click here on design, and let's go to our layout, and let's make this featured. So you can see now that it really stands out from the rest. And this is why I really like this feature. Okay, so now that I have this all set, now I can hit save changes, and this is our memberships page. Okay. Now, of course, we may want to go in and add a bit of a design to this, but we are going to keep things simple. So I'm going to hit publish. Excellent. So we have all the information that we need now. We have the pricing, we have the membership, and now it's time to assign the content that you need to protect. Because if you don't protect this content, then what's the point of the membership? So let me show you how to do that. So now back over on our site here, I'm going to click here on dashboard. Okay. It's going to take us back to our website. And now we are going to create posts or even pages. Okay. So let's go to pages. So I'm going to come over here, click on add new. So let's call this amazing solution and choose Divi builder. So for this page, I'm going to build it from scratch, and let's give this the main column here. And again, this is going to be, you know what we need to do here? Let's add a text module. So let's call this main solution or amazing solution. Okay. So that's going to be our title. So I'm just going to make sure I set this as a heading. I'm going to save that. Next, I am going to add another column. So I am going to add these as 3 videos. Okay. So let's call this video. So next, I'm going to choose my video here. So I'm going to come over here to my YouTube channel and copy this URL. I'm going to copy this link back over here. I'm going to add my video by clicking on this plus button, click insert from URL, and paste my YouTube URL just like that. Okay. So this page now is going to have all the content, and I'd like this content to be accessible by specific membership levels. Okay. So back over here, I'm going to go to my overlay and just give this a nice overlay image. So let's go with this image here, upload an image. Okay, that's looking great. Now I just need to make sure that my icon here looks okay. Click here on design, play icon, and let's give this an icon color. And I'm going to go with my global here. And I'm also going to adjust my size. Okay, so that's looking great. Now I am going to save this and perhaps maybe just duplicate this a few times. And we are going to pretend these are 3 different videos. Okay, let's duplicate this again. All right, so this amazing solution here, we can now assign a specific membership level to get access to these videos. Okay, so let me show you now how to do this. I'm going to save this. Then I'm going to exit the Visual Builder. Okay, so this is how this page looks like. So what I'm going to do now is to click on edit page, because this is where we're going to access all the information we need to really go in and protect this page. So to protect this page, you want to scroll all the way down here, and then you want to click on protected, because right now it's not protected. Okay. So here now we've selected protected. So we can now choose the membership levels that have access to this amazing solution. So let's say this should be the platinum level. And then if I hit apply settings, that means that this content here is only accessible to the platinum level because I've assigned it here. Now let's hit update. Okay. Let's view the page. Okay, so this is the page, amazing solution. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open this link in an incognito window. So let's do that, and let's see what happens if anyone tries to access this without the permission. And there we go. The content you're trying to view is for members only. Please register or log in order to access this content. You see that? But the cool thing is we can assign a specific page, which is going to be our error page. So that can be done. I'll show you in a moment. So back over here to our dashboard, we can see here that our menu doesn't look great because we're not sure where things are on our menu. So let's create our menu first. So I'm going to come over here to appearance, click on menus. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to add all the pages for my website. So I'm going to now add our memberships. This is important that it's added here. Now we're also going to need a login. So I'm going to come over here to Wishlist member. And then we're going to add a login, log out, add to menu. We're going to save our menu now. Now we also need to create a secondary menu. So let's create a new one. So we're just going to call this menu 2. Set this to secondary menu, create menu. And what we're going to do with the secondary menu is we're going to add all our links here for the shop. Okay, so we're going to have our links now to our checkout and the account as well. So let's add to menu. Now we're going to hit save. All right, so now that we've added our menu, the next step now is to have a page which is ideal when people say log on to the website, because when they log in, they need to have a specific page they see in order to direct them to the right content on your membership website. So let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come over here to pages, click on add new. We're going to call this page a dashboard. Okay. So we're going to come over here, create our page and call it dashboard, use Divi builder. Okay. So for this, we're going to start from scratch again. So let's add a text module in here. Let's call this dashboard. And we're going to set this to heading 1. Save that. And now we can start adding our content. So for our content here, let's add 3 columns. And in the first one, we are going to add a blurb. So let's call this gold members. Okay, so that's the text for our gold members. And we also need to add a link. So this link here can be the link to our page that we created about that amazing solution. And that amazing solution is on this page. So, okay, so we're going to come back over here. In fact, this was for platinum members, I think. So anyway, we're going to add our URL here like that, so that when people log in, they know exactly where to go to access their content. So here, what we're going to do is we're just going to say platinum members. There we go. Platinum members content. And then over here on image and icon, we're going to add our icon. And then we're just going to stylize this. And then place the icon on the left. Just like that. Okay, so that's going to be our main dashboard. So let's duplicate this, drag it over here. Duplicate it one more time, drag it over here. And then we can just go in and rename this. So this is platinum, this could be gold. And this is silver. Okay, so as you can see, this is now distinguishable. So you can go in and select your content over here. And we might as well add a button here. And let us center it. Okay, so that's looking great. So that's it. So that's our content here. Let's duplicate this a few times as well. Have it here into position. All right, so we have our main dashboard now. So this is where our gold members would go, platinum members and silver members. So let's exit the visual builder here. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go and copy this URL. It's very important that we copy this because we want that when people sign in or log in, they are redirected to this particular page, which then tells them where to go. Okay, so let me show you where you can add this information. So what you want to do now is to go to your dashboard and you want to come over here to Wishlist member, click on setup. And you need to go to each and every membership level here. So let's start with gold. So I'm going to click on this pencil icon. So we want to come over here to additional settings, and then we want to make sure we come into after registration redirect. So we're going to say after registration and after login. Okay, so we're going to click here on configure. And this is where we want to add this URL. I'm going to paste it in here, save and close. I'm going to come over here to after login. I'm going to do the same. Go to this URL, paste in here, save and close. Okay, so this is for the gold. You want to make sure you also do this for the silver and platinum. The reason why we're doing this is because we want that when people log in, they are redirected directly to our dashboard page. Okay, so over here now on our appearance, let's go to our menus, and I want to show you something very important. Okay, so right now we are on our main menu. So what we need to do is to add dashboard onto our main menu here. But we are going to change this slightly because what we're going to do is we want that people who are logged in can actually see this link, but not people who are not logged in. So Wishlist member also has a feature where it says, for example, here it says no protection, but we can say for all logged in users. Okay, save menu. So if you're logged out, you won't be able to see this link, but if you're logged in, you will be able to see it. So pretty much we have everything that we need now for our pages. So over here now on WooCommerce, when someone purchases our product, we need to be able to redirect them to the right places. So we are going to now add our secondary menu here. So I am going to add it over here in my theme builder. So I'm going to come over here, click on theme builder, and then I'm going to go to my global header here. And by the way, if you'd like advanced tutorials on how to use the theme builder, I have some courses which you also have direct access to if you've purchased any of my products using my affiliate link. Okay, so let's go ahead now and add our secondary menu. So I'm going to click here on this plus button here. Okay, so we're going to add a single row, and in this row we're going to add a menu. There we go. So choose our menu 2. Okay, and what we're going to do here on the design is we want to go to alignment and align. Let's have a look. So first of all, before we start adding our alignment, I'm just going to go to my font here, make sure I choose Poppins, and let's make it all caps. Just make it slightly different from the rest. And then what we're going to do here is we are going to align everything to the right. Or in fact, let's center it. Okay, now we are going to save this, and we're going to go now into our row settings. Go into our design, sizing, make sure that this is set to 100%. And we also want the width set to 100% as well. And then we're going to remove the spacing both to the top and the bottom. So let's add a 0 and a 0 here to start off with. And then we're going to go to our background and add a background color just to distinguish this. Click on this plus button. And then I'm going to add my global color here to my row settings. Now the color isn't showing right now. It's going to show in a moment. So I'm going to save this. Then I'm going to come over here to my module settings, add my color over here, or in fact, I can just remove this color here. And now you can see that it's now showing my menu. All right. So what I'm going to do next now is to save this. And then we're going to go into our section settings here and go to design, spacing. And what we're going to do now is to remove any spacing here on the bottom. In fact, we're going to set this to 0. Okay, so now this is now flash. I'm now going to save this. I'm going to save this one more time. Now, because I'm doing this in the global header, this is going to apply basically across the whole website. Next, I'm going to come over here and just add my logo. So first of all, I'm going to come over here to design, sizing, and just make sure this is not way too big. So I'm going to go with 16 or maybe even 18. All right, so now it's time to save. I'm going to save this one more time. All right, so basically this is the final design. And as you can see, we have all the elements that we need on our site. Here, people can view the memberships. These are the reasons why people may want to register and become a member. We also have testimonials here. And I've also shown you how to protect the pages. And this is the memberships page. And also we have a page which acts as a dashboard for when people log in, they will be able to be directed to where they need to go to access the content.